Hi, this is Manish Chauhan from Jagoinvestor.com, and in this video I am going to give you a demo of the simple Excel based tool which will help you to compare up to 4 properties on 10 different parameters which are very important to look at when you are choosing a property. This will also help you to compare up to 4 properties. So what happens is when you go to see some property, some flat or some plot or whatever it is, there is something which you really love about that flat or that property, and what happens is that you really get biased because of that one thing. You feel that the other parameters you just avoid them, and you try to convince your family or to yourself that this is the best thing, this property is the best one. And what you should really do is you should slow down and rationally look at different parameters without getting emotional to one point. Like what happened once with me was I went to a property and the terrace was really a big one, and I really loved the terrace, and somehow I started convincing myself that this is the best property I can get. So the locality, the potential of resale of the property, all these things I was not thinking about. I was very emotional to that terrace because I like big terraces, and eventually what happened is that property was not the best one. Okay, if you ask someone how is the property, he will say okay, everything is fine, the terrace is also good, but this is bad or this is not the good thing. And I was just avoiding that, so which was not a good thing. So that was my experience. This must have happened with you. So when you buy a property, it's very important to explore 3 to 4 options, up to 3 to 4 options, and then rationally think about all the parameters. So that is what this tool is going to help you with. So the first thing you have to do is download this tool and then write down the names of all those properties. I have just done it for me here. These are just random names. So Green Palm, Radha Residency, Lake Vista, and Kumar Properties. Let's say these are the 4 properties I have explored. And now what we'll do is we will compare these properties on 10 parameters. So the first thing is goodwill of the builder and overall brand. How good the builder is and how is the overall brand. So you can choose good, average, or bad, and let's say I choose good in this one, bad in this, average in this, and good in this. So by the time you do this, there is some ranking which you can see above. So this scores 10%, this scores 0%, this one scores 5%, and this one 10%. So based on this, you can see that on the bottom side, if you see, it says this is one of the best options and this is one of the best options. So it is because we have just checked the first parameters. Now the second thing you have to check is connectivity to your place. How connected this property is to your workplace, because you have to travel every day there. Right now it can change, obviously your workplace can change, but you have to take the decision thinking about it at this moment. So let's say this one is average, this one is bad, this one is again average, and this one is good. Now based on these 2 parameters, you can see that this is the best option because it scores 20%. Now still it might happen that you may have looked at builder and the connectivity and you just can't conclude that this is the best option. You have to look at all the parameters. So let's see the third one, which is connectivity to schools, hospitals, markets, because these parameters are very important because it's going to affect your day-to-day life, right? You will need schools, hospitals, markets, all these places on a regular basis. So let's say this is average, this one is good, this one is like bad, and this one is average. And the same way, what is the resale potential of this property in future? Because at the time of buying it, you might like it, but think about it from future point of view. If you want to sell it in future, will someone else like to buy it? What is the resale potential of the property? So let's say this one is bad, this one is average, this one is good, average, and this one is, let's say, good. Then what is the rental potential? How good that property is to rent it to someone? Will you get customers for rental? So let's say this one is average, this one is good, this one is like bad, this one is average. So constantly you can see that once we compare these 4 properties on these 5 parameters, till now you can see that this looks like the best option. But let's not judge this right now. because it might happen that on other parameters someone else scores more than this one. So the sixth one, we are going to look at air and lighting. Now, how good air and lighting is in the flat, because that is what you are going to deal with every day. If the air is bad, if the lighting is not proper in kitchen, in rooms, you are going to really regret it. Okay, even though it's really connected to schools, if the resale potential is also good, still you'll regret it. So how good this is? So let's say this is good. This is good in the first one, it is average in the second one, this is good in this one, and this is like bad in this option, this Kumar Properties. Let's say this just for example. What is the amenities offered? What are the kind of facilities? The lift is proper, you have gym there, you have security system in place, all those things are there, parking is there, everything is fine. So this is good. Let's say this is like average, this is again good, and let's say this is average. Now suddenly, once you compare these properties on these 7 parameters, you can see that this first option also is emerging as one of the best options. So you will realize that it's not just the this last one which was good, even this one can be a good option. So now let's go next. Construction quality. Let's say this is good, this is like bad, this is again good, and this one is, let's say, average. Okay, road conditions around property, how good the roads are around the property, let's say up to 500 meters or up to 1 kilometer. So let's say this is average, this is again average, this is good, average, and this is bad, not that good. And what is the locality and kind of people living around your property? So it's up to you to decide what do you mean by locality, and what is the kind of people, how good or how bad it is for you. So let's say this is average, this is average, this is again good, and this is, let's say, good. So once you have put these parameters, you can now see that this tool says that this first one is good, is like the best option, because it has scored 65%, and this one has scored 45%, and these other two have scored 60%. So based on these numbers, this one is the best option. This is obviously like it is ruled out, you are not going to look at it at any case, but still you can just think about these two properties again. So this tool, what it is going to do is, it is just a basic framework for doing some homework. Okay, once you fill it, you will also investigate these things, right? That once you want to rate the rental potential, then you'll go to all these properties, talk to people, take their opinion and think about it. So this is more of brainstorming and getting more serious about your purchase. So I'm sure that you will be able to use this tool in your own way. You can find out how this fits your requirement. So that is all. Download this Excel tool and start using it. I'm sure it will help you in some way or other. This is created by Jagoinvestor.com, and it is free to download, and you can start using it. Thanks a lot.